In this video, Casey is going to demonstrate our top 5 fundamental tips to help increase your snapper fishing chances this season. Let's get into it.
One of the number one tips that I can recommend for snapper fishing, especially when you're in the boat, is making sure you're using the right type of rod holder. Something like this is a single snapper rack. You can get these in a 3-way snapper rack. You can also get custom snapper racks built for your boat. These things are absolutely fantastic. They will maximize your hookup rate on snapper tenfold. So they drop into your 90 or 45 degree rod holders. Really, really simple to use. One thing I can say, it is super important to make sure you put it in properly. You want to grab your rod, put it in there, and you want to make sure that your snapper rack is sitting on the EVA part of the rod. You don't want it to be sitting in a little split grip like that. You don't want it to be sitting in up near the reel seat like that. It'll rattle around, it can damage your reel, it can damage the rod. There's no forgiveness in this, but there's plenty of forgiveness in this EVA. It locks in heaps better, a lot less vibration, a lot less chance of losing that rod. Not going to do any damage either. These things, when you're snapper fishing, an absolute must. When I'm snapper fishing, one thing I love to do is maximise my chances. Here in Victoria, you're allowed to fish with 4 rods per person when you're fishing in the boat. Be mindful that's in the boat, not for land-based fishing. Only when you're in the boat, 4 rods per person. So I always make sure I've got all 4 rods going. If you can do it and you're comfortable doing it, 4 rods at a time, you maximise the chances of a fish coming up and seeing a bait behind your boat. When you put your 4 rods out, it's really important that you're taking care of your baits and you're working those rods. So by the time I put out my 4th rod, within a couple of minutes, I'm coming back to the first rod I put out. I'm making sure my bait's all good, checking that, might be changing a pilchard if it's not looking too good, put that back out, keep working through them. Fresh baits, maximum spread, you can't beat it. Guys, when we're snapper fishing, really common question, do I use a braided fishing line or a nylon mono fishing line? Braided line, well suited to high current areas, anything with a bit of water depth, super thin diameter, nice and strong, direct contact with your bait, cuts through the water and the current absolutely perfectly. Low current areas, shallow water fishing, less tide, mono is your best friend. Nice and stretchy, very forgiving, it suspends those baits absolutely beautifully. One of my favourites fishing those low current areas. Braid for deep, current areas, mono, shallow or low current areas. Easy as that. Really common question when snapper fishing. How do I burly? What do I burly with? Plenty of different options of what you can use. You can use something very traditional, like your frozen, chopped up pillies. They work an absolute treat. One of my absolute favourites and go-tos, something like these guys here. These prawn cracker burly pellets. These things, absolutely dynamite, really easy to use. They work a treat for the snapper too. When you're burlying, it's really important that you're putting your burly in the right spot so that your burly is getting to the fish. If I'm standing in my boat, fishing out the back of my boat is nose into the current, so the current's coming down this way. When I disperse my burly, when I throw some pillies over the side or some pellets over the side, I want to throw that up current towards the front of my boat so that when it comes down in the current, it's settling where the fish are behind me. If I throw it straight off the back of the boat, especially in high current areas, my burly, by the time it settles on the bottom, could be 200-300 metres away from me. So we want to make sure we get that burly up nice and high so that it's drifting down underneath the boat. Another thing you can do for really high current areas, very important, a burly pot, a weighted burly pot that you can drop down or run off your anchor, absolutely ideal. You can load it up with burly and you know that your burly's down on the bottom where those fish are. Really, really effective when you're snapper fishing. I find burly is an absolute must. Guys, super important when you're bait fishing for snapper, let the rod do the work, let the rod hook that fish. You don't need to pick up the rod, you don't need to strike at every little bite. When a big snapper bites, you're going to know about it. When it's got your bait in its mouth and it's got the hooks in its mouth and it takes off, it will properly load up the rod. These little rattles like this, often they're a good bite, it's a sign of a good fish, but don't pick up the rod, don't strike, leave it there and let that rod load up. So I'm going to load this rod now, and that's exactly what you're going to be looking for. So when this rod loads up, it's going to really load and that tip gets right down near the water. That's when it's time to go. One other thing I really like to do as well is before I even pick that rod up out of the holder, I'll grab a hold of the butt of the rod and I'll wind the handle of the reel 2 or 3 times, not too aggressively, but just to really pull those hooks in, to really load that rod. Then I'll gently pull the rod out of the holder. Those hooks aren't going anywhere. You've got a perfect hook up on that fish, and the chances are you're going to get him to the boat.